What's up?
Um, Hi. This is the first time I've used Discord, so it's a bit of a mish.
Welcome.
I was just going to talk about the suicide prevention unit today
Yeah.
being potentially cancelled because I thought it was quite interesting. I had a thought that perhaps like Luxon at the beginning of February, I think it was, called in all the CEOs and department heads and said to them, hey, you've got to cut 6.5%, if not more, of your budget. Do that by cutting wasteful spending or getting rid of people, right? So they've basically gone to get rid of a whole lot of people and things that they think that, programs that they think they can cut.
Yep.
Originally in the election time, they talked about going through each budget line by line, but now they've given it over to the CEOs, right? I think the CEOs are teaching the politicians a lesson on how inexperienced they are, and that because they have chosen to let the CEOs do it, the CEOs have gone like, well, let's just cut all of these things and then let the politicians deal with the fallout.
So it's a scorched earth theory, you're saying, from the CEOs.
Pretty much.
Wow. Yeah, it's interesting.
And I think basically the CEOs are like saying, yeah, let's make these politicians own it.
Yeah, because as we said before, you can't have it both ways. You can't say it's up to the CEOs and the departments, and then when it's something you don't like, you then step in and take over, like the Minister for Mental Health did today. What do you think, Joey?
Yeah, absolutely. Someone's got to be carrying the can. But yeah, it's very easy for a politician to say, oh, we're going to fucking trim billions of dollars out of it. We've got savings of wasteful spending and that sort of thing. And when you hear these government departments going around and going, well, we've got to trim some fat out of the budget, I guess we could get the cleaner in less. And we won't have, Susan's got that lactose-free oat milk. That costs extra. We'll just get normal milk. Fuck her. And we'll get the shit biscuits. And if you're going through that line by line to trim fat, like Christ, like you always see it with the taxpayers union, not a union, come out when a government department publishes how much they spend on a Christmas party or that sort of thing. That's what they want people to think of as fat. And then when you even look at the number and you go, okay, so this department's got X amount of employees and they spent $110,000 on a Christmas party and it's worked out to be $1.44 per staff member. It's like, well, it's not really fat, is it? So then you get to the stage of cutting entire programs, or you start having to cut frontline staff. Like, if you think about customs and so biosecurity and that sort of thing, these are things that are worth hundreds of billions of dollars to our economy. Like, what happens if we get some bug in that eats, our cash crop of kiwi fruit or something like that? It's gone once that's in, because we wanted to trim some budget lines out. You can't jam that genie back in the bottle.
Yeah. No, really interesting point. Anything else, Mel?
Yeah. I'm a teacher, so like I've watched in these 36, watched the 36-point plan that was just released this week and went, oh my God, because there's so many education things in there. I have concerns about the cell phone ban. I think that we're not going to get any proper, we need someone who's actually going to do a proper study to show whether or not there is actually outcomes.
Didn't you hear? Didn't you hear Christopher Luxon said the other night they was getting spectacular outcomes, and when challenged by Anna Burns Francis, he went, "Oh well, I've heard from a couple of principals and people I know." Yeah. He literally said that.
I'm sorry.
Is that not good enough, Mel?
Fields don't do it for me.
Okay.
The other thing is, they're going to bring back charter schools, and I understand that there was more that came out about that today. You want to talk to Angela Roberts about charter schools?
Okay.
Yeah, she is the person. I can put you in contact with her.
Well, bighearingnews@gmail.com. Send us some information. Definitely do that.
Excellent. Okay.
Right. Thanks for being a first-time caller, long-time listener. You may not be a long-time listener, I don't know, but that's what we say.
Oh, no, I'm loving the show. Loving the show.
All right, Mel. All the best.